I try to make eye contact with the
with the camera.
Like this.
Yeah, dude, move your head. You're not stiff.
Hey, what's up, guys? Benji and Anthony here, and welcome to our What to Watch Wednesdays at the bar. Today, we actually have a special guest.
Our very own Scream Queen, our good friend Evelyn.
Hi, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And today, we're actually going to be reviewing The Craft.
Yes, it came out in 1996, directed by Andrew Fleming, and this is part of those kind of like 90s film where it was like about teens in school and all the, I don't know, it's like Mean Girls, but with witches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
Clueless with witches.
There you go. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's get into it.
So this film starts off with Sarah, who's a girl who's coming in from San Francisco. She just moved to Los Angeles, and you follow her on her first day of Catholic school. Mm-hmm. She meets a trio of Outcast girls, and they're kind of like poser witches. They look like the cliche of what you would think the dark lipstick and the scary makeup or in the eyes or whatever. And but you kind of realize that Sarah is kind of shy into herself, but she's holding back some secrets. There are some things that are developing there that she starts spinning a pencil in class, and we kind of realize that, hey, she might be a witch too.
Yeah, so it gets a little bit crazier because they cast her, they become together as a group of four witches.
Right.
And they started making some...
The four corners.
Yeah.
The coven.
There you go, the coven. And it gets a little bit deeper because they're starting to get more powerful or stronger with that help of the fourth person. So from there, it goes into a little bit of mischief, a little bit of too far into witchcraft, which can be bad in the long
run. This movie is, for me, very casted well. It's one of those 90s, like, it almost feels like the WB made a movie because everyone is beautiful in this film, and you get to see Neve Campbell again, which I love. You know, later on we get to see her in Scream. But Nancy, the main witch, is played by Fairuza Balk. The last time you saw her was in Return to Oz, which was in the 1980s, an excellent film as well. Bonnie, played by Neve Campbell, one of my favorites. Rachel, played by Rochelle Zimmerman. And then we get Skeet Ulrich, too, as the love interest. Mm-hmm. His name is Chris.
It's also his first film.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. The good witch, if you want to say, is Sarah, played by Robin Toomey.
Yeah, I feel like these girls were the dark version of the girls next door. You know, I felt like they were they were the ones the darker versions of that. But yeah, I felt like all of the girls were very beautiful. Even the love interest was a gorgeous. You know, he tried to be a gorgeous, pretty boy kind of thing. But yeah, I think that was a good thing about it.
What did you think about this film?
I liked it. I mean, I wouldn't call it a horror film.
No.
It's a very teen film. Like we've said before, it's Clueless but witchy. It's Mean Girls but witchy. I mean, this movie, it is what it is.
There's also like a music video vibe, right?
The soundtrack, it had a great soundtrack.
The soundtrack is amazing. You should check it out on
some
iTunes
of the cinematography in it, where it was the way they shot it was like a music video. Mm-hmm. You know, when they're flying in, when she's having the dream, that was a pretty iconic scene to me.
Or was it a dream?
Oh, that's true. Was it? Yeah, a lot of things in this movie that were really cool, and like you said, it was that Mean Girls vibe. So that's another reason that maybe I didn't like the film too much. It's just something, you know about teen movies and me.
Right.
I'm just not into them. But yeah, it's something like I felt was a little off in my opinion.
I mean, like I said, your plot is your plot. Like there's no twist and turns at the end. It didn't win Academy Awards. It was winning MTV Awards, but that was the audience. And they knew what they were marketing.
That's true, yeah. And yeah, like it's something where they sold dark sex in a way, you know. It's something where in the 90s it was different, you know. It wasn't, you know, like you said, you had the Clueless part, but in this one, like it had a weird sex dark side to that, you know. They were the sexy,
right? You're talking about the glamour when she pretends to be when Nancy pretends to be Sarah? No,
like that part, yeah. But I mean, it was something where they were the outcast, but still pretty, gorgeous.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
Yeah,
all right, I got you.
And it was, like in most movies and teens, you have that outcast, but they're tomboys, or they're, you know, one of them has glasses, and then you take off the glasses and she's pretty.
Oh, right.
This is just like they're all pretty. Yeah, they felt insecure, but they were still all pretty. You know, like they in no way, shape, or form were they not feeling like that. You know, they didn't feel unattractive. Maybe one, but just because of the burns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. One of the things that I really enjoyed about the film is the pacing. It was one of those, like, she gets here, things get done, you go home at night, things get done, and you come back. So you never were bored with this film.
It got to the point.
Yeah, it got to the point. You know, we kind of know from the very beginning that Nancy is a bitch. Her and her big mouth, like, it's really creepy. You know, she's like, oh man, I know. Sorry about that, guys. But we start. There's also iconic scenes. Like for me, one of the better scenes or one of the best scenes was the light as a feather, stiff as a board. I mean, who didn't do that?
Didn't play that, right?
Yeah, well, maybe Ben didn't. But
I did.
I back in the day, we played that at our little
sleepovers.
Yeah.
Did it work for you?
No. Did it work for you?
I don't remember. I was super young, but it was like the classic thing where like the mom walked in and she laughed at us because she thought we were weird. Yeah.
Yeah, put away the candles.
Yeah, right? What was one of your iconic scenes? What's something that you loved about
okay, the iconic scene which I hated watching was at the end with the bugs and the rats, and it's just disturbing for me because I don't like that stuff, but I mean that made the movie.
Yeah.
That was my favorite scene because they used actual snakes and rats, and that was cool to me. You know, like that to me was a great scene. The way she ran, and
the roaches falling out of her,
and it had that had that classic horror movie rule where you walk into something you're not supposed to. She ran to her bathroom to hide.
Right, which is like, you should be going out the front door.
Yeah, go to your neighbor's house. Don't go to your bathroom.
When she hid herself in the actual stall, I was like, wait, kind of like waterfall and like blood or something. You know, I thought that was gonna happen, and that was the thing. Like it was weird, but yeah, like those scenes were amazing to me. I think that's what I loved about the movie more was the way it was shot. You know, when she's on the floor and the camera's twisting around her. You know, when they sell the witches, even though it was bad CGI, it kind of looked natural for the 90s. You know, it was something that was pretty cool when they're all flying in the air, and that was all cool to me. Like the magic, all of it was pretty cool. I thought the one cheesy part about it was how she wanted to fall in love with the guy, or the guy wanted to like her.
Oh, the spell she casted on Chris.
Like it just felt weird to me. Like, why would you choose that compared to it was a teen movie, so I'm guessing that's why she would choose it. But I don't know. That's just my opinion.
I mean, but if you take into consideration, like one was being bullied, so she wanted a spell for that to stop or whatever, and then the other girl wanted her burns to go away. Nancy, Nancy didn't want to be poor, but then we have Sarah, who's a natural witch who wants this dude to fall in love with her, who spread a rumor.
That's true. They called her a whore, or she was easy, and then. But why was she still like that guy?
I don't know.
That's the part I didn't get.
That was my biggest.
Yeah, he's good looking. I understand, but like
maybe it was like her first crush. Maybe?
I don't know.
Like, you didn't really find out too much backstory from behind it, like before what happened and stuff like that. You just know her mom passed away, I believe. Yeah, right. Like she was in the picture.
But literally since 1996, that has bothered me the most was her spell.
Yeah, like why choose that one compared to anything else you could choose? Yeah. Another thing that I like, the mother figure. I don't know if you've noticed that mother figure, which was the witch in the shop. I think that was a mother figure. It was cool. I don't know if you noticed.
It's true. Yeah.
She wore white all the time, so that was something crazy.
I didn't notice it.
And in the back, when she was talking, you saw the Virgin Mary.
Right.
So I don't know if you saw that. So I was like, "Oh, it's a bruja," you know, like it's something where like I love that. I don't really like witch movies, but something that I love is brujeria from like the Mexican culture. A good example would be that I wanted to bring up was what was that show called? True Blood. The Brujas episode, like whole series, that was great, and that reminded me of that. And I was like, oh, maybe they used it from this scene. It was something where brujas weren't always evil.
Right.
They were kind of like. They're good. They have good intentions.
Doesn't she say in the movie that magic is not neither dark or light? Yeah. It's just how you use it. One of the things that I really enjoyed about this film is that you get to go on like little adventures with them. They go into the forest. They kind of cast their spells. They go Nemo. No. Right. They go to the beach. Right. They do their invocation of the spirit, which is probably the strongest. Which is Mana, right? The strongest being. Bigger than God almost, or technically bigger than God. But as with everything, once you get power, once Nancy started getting more powerful, she started kind of like destroying everything. Yeah. She was like, felt that she didn't need the coven in a way because she thought she was better, And that brought on jealousy, the whole jealousy aspect that Sarah was now the one that brought all the balance to the coven. But then Nancy's like, oh, you know what? Maybe they don't need me now, and I don't need them. And so she goes and starts doing all these dumb things.
But never realizing that the only reason that they had powers was because Sarah was the real witch, and they were like leeching off her power. So they never had that.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. Like they were all posers to me.
Yeah,
like Sarah was the real one. Someone was all the power. Everything,
and she didn't even know.
Yeah, everything was happening. Everything was happening when Sarah came along, and I was like, posers. They're just those fake people that like try to be
the goths.
Yeah, you know, like something like that. And I thought that was a cool concept of that. I thought actually cool. Like she didn't know she had it, but then she kind of went along with it, and she's like, hey, I do have this. Breaking the tree at the end, that was pretty cool. You know, saying sorry. The ending was kind of weird. It kind of just felt flat to me.
Like they kind of rushed it at the end?
Yeah, like it was something like, oh, she's going away. Oh, she made her crazy. That's it. We're done. Like it didn't really lead to anywhere. It didn't really want me to, like I wanted it to end different. And I don't even know how it would end.
Yeah.
But it's
just didn't like
I just didn't really like the ending on that one, yeah.
I have to say the last scene where she does go crazy reminded me a little of The Exorcist.
I said the same thing. Yeah. I watched this movie last night and I was like, this reminds me of The Exorcist.
Yeah.
But I agree. Like the end, I mean, how do you end a movie like that? Like the girls never learn their lesson, and then you're like, okay, well, I guess. I'm going back home.
Sometimes life is like that. Sometimes you don't learn your lesson.
He's sorry. Oh, he's sorry.
All right, guys. So, what did you guys think about it? What score would you guys give this movie?
I give this movie a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I love the soundtrack, the design, the costume design. I love the great acting by Fairuza Balk. I wish we could have seen more of her. I kind of think this is the last time I saw her on any major film. But it was enjoyable from beginning to end. What about you?
I'm going to give it a 7. Just taking everything into consideration, soundtrack, the target audience, it's a teen movie. It's not pretending to be anything else. It's not a horror movie. So, I mean, if you're not into horror movies and you want to like graduate one up from Hocus Pocus, like this is it. So I give it a 7.
Yeah, I give it a 6. It's something where, the music was great. The acting was, I honestly think this is pretty good acting overall, from everyone. But it's a teen movie. And I don't like teen movies. That's the only reason. Honestly, I think it's so played out. I think it's always been played out. Where regardless of, let's say you have evil witches, it doesn't matter because they're always gonna be in love with this dude. And like it's something that's just weird to me. Like I don't know, but overall, I think they all did a great job. I think that the cast was amazing, the audio was amazing, some of the cinematography, sorry about that, is amazing, and that's what really brought me to the movie. But overall, a 6 out of 10.
I bind you, Evelyn. I bind you in doing harm against yourself and harm against others.
TheB.A.R.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Benji Anthony here and our Scream Queen Evelyn. And thank you again for joining us for the craft review.
Join us this Friday when we'll be doing our continuation, our second part to Stranger Things. Ben, hopefully you enjoyed the second 4 episodes of this.
We'll see. Maybe opinions have changed. I don't know. So we'll see on that, guys. Hopefully you guys can join us this Friday. In the comments down below, let us know what you guys thought about the craft and maybe some of the games you played. Maybe that finger game you guys were playing.
I don't know what games you're talking about, Ben, but are you talking about Light as a Feather?
Yeah, that game right there. So yeah, let us know about that. Also, maybe some of your kind of witchcraft that you would do to someone or something, or maybe you want something of power. Let us know in the comments down below. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Thank you for joining us at TheB.A.R again, and have a good one.